Afternoon everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm just going to do a quick preview of the Manchester United Sheriff game in the Europa League at Old Trafford, match day 5. So we go into the game in second place, 3 points behind Real Sociedad and 6 points ahead of Sheriff. So we only need 1 point to qualify, but really we need 3 points because we want to finish top of this group. I expect Real Sociedad to beat Nicosia, so we have to go into that last game, which is Real Sociedad in Spain, with a chance of finishing top. It's really important that we finish top of this group. First of all, you finish in top, it means you get a buy into the next round, so that's 2 games that you don't have to play. So that gives us space to maybe catch up on some games in the Premier League. Leeds and Palace got called off earlier on in the season, so it'll be a good chance to play them games. Also, if you finish second, you play a team from the Champions League that drops out, and at the moment it looks like it could be Barcelona, Juventus, and there's also a few other teams that could possibly go out. So some big teams that could drop out. And even though it'd be a good night at Old Trafford to play these teams, I'd rather wait maybe to the quarter or semi-finals. I'd rather play an easier game. I wouldn't say whoever we get is going to be easy. I'm not saying if we win, whoever we get, we're going to win. But it would just be more helpful if we could actually avoid the big teams till later on. So, I think it's really important that we get the win in this game. And then obviously next week we have to go to Spain and, win the game, really. This is group. It's not hard, but we're going to get out of it. There's no problems with that. As I said, we only need 1 point. There's not really much doubt that we're going to get out of the group. I know I was a bit worried last week, was it 2 weeks ago, I think, wasn't it, when we played Nicosia, took it to the last minute. And it would just be nice to actually, get a few goals and actually win the game quite comfortably. But, Man United, we don't do it the easy way. We create so many chances, as I said before, we just can't put the ball in the back of the net. And I just hope we're going to have a game soon that we're going to score a few goals and actually end the game. Maybe bring on some of the youngsters, give some game time to some people that need it. People coming back from injury and stuff. And I'll give my team a line up in a minute. What I think will happen, or who I would play. But anyways, talking about Sheriff, they actually just sacked their manager this week, which is a bit of a surprise. They're top of their league in their home country. But they lost last week, their first loss of the season, but they are still 6 points ahead. So it was a bit of a surprise. I really didn't get that, why they sacked the manager, especially you got a big game against Manchester United. I'm sure the manager was looking forward to it. Go to Old Trafford to manage a team. What a great day that would have been for him. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes, if something's happened or what, but a bit of a blow for him, personally, because I'm sure he was really looking forward to it. I've heard talk that he was putting all his focus on this game this week, and he didn't really, focus too much on the last game. I don't know if that's true, that's just rumours. But even so, as I say, you go to Old Trafford, give him that. If you're going to sack him afterwards, fair enough, but, at least give him the chance to go to Old Trafford and, manage his team. But it's what it is. Either way, I think we should beat this team anyway, whether they had a manager or didn't have a manager. We've got the better players. The question will be is whether we can break them down, because I think they're going to sit deep. They're going to play on their counter attack, and these are the types of teams that we struggle against. The teams play a low block, basically defend, and if they've got good shape and they're organised really well, that's where we struggle. And I think it's really important we get the first goal of this game. Well, not even get the first goal, but we score early in this game. Because it means then we can actually relax a bit more. It means they might have to come out and play, because as long as it stays 0-0, the deeper they'll drop, and and then it'll just make it more frustrating, and then they'll start doing time wasting and stuff like that, and they're going to come in frustrated us. They've got nothing to play for. They can't qualify. They're going to come out here, and I'm sure their players will be looking forward to the game. And they've got nothing to lose, really. They're going to come and enjoy it. It'd be great if they could come and give us a game, but I can't see that happening, because they know that happens. There could be, 6 or 7. It still could be 6 or 7, because if we're on our day, we could beat a team 6 or 7-0, because we are creating chances. We just, can't put the ball in the back of the net. So, hopefully we can get the win quite comfortably, in the second half. Then we can bring on some of the youngsters. I've been saying it for a long time now. I want to see Garnacho, Sedan. I want to see these types of players given a chance, for 20, 15 minutes to see what they can do. But we've not been able to do it this season really that much because we've not really had any games where we've been 3-4-0 up and had that, chance to bring them on. So that'll be amazing if we could do that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. As long as we get the win, that's the most important thing. But yeah, I would love just to get a nice 3 or 4-0 win. So my team for this game. So I think in the goalkeeper, of course, De Gea. Then I think right back will be Delo. Wan-Bissaka's back in training, but I don't think he'll be match fit to start the game. If he's on the bench, then maybe he'll come on if we're winning the game. So that could be a good opportunity for Wan-Bissaka to get some minutes, because even though I think Wan-Bissaka's probably going to go next summer, I really don't see him staying at the club. Right now we might need him in a few weeks. If Delo gets injured or something happens to him, we do need a proper right back. So yeah, even though Wan-Bissaka's not everyone's favourite player, it's important that we give him minutes just in case something does happen to Delo. So Varane will be injured now, so Varane's out until the World Cup, a big blow. But it's not as bad as first feared. When I seen it, I thought this could be 6-7 months, so basically the whole season. But the chances are that it could be back by after the World Cup, which will be a big plus. So I think we'll be okay until then. We've only got 3 league games and a couple of cup games, so we should be okay up until then. Lindelof's a decent player to come in. He can do a job, in the short term. Over the long term, that's what I worry about. But I think for a few games, I think, Lindelof, he'll do a job and he'll be fine. And especially when you've got Martinez next to you. I think Martinez has made that back four so much better. He's a talker, he's a leader. And I think with him in the team, he makes such a big difference. And I love him. Nothing else I can say about him really. I've said everything I want to say about him because he's one of my favourite players right now. I love how he plays, how he goes into games, and so him and Lindelof in the centre back. Left back, I'm going to make a change in left back. Luke Shaw's done really well the last few games, but I'm just thinking it'd be a good chance to give Basella some game time. He's not played for a few weeks now, so again, like the right back, just in case something happens to Luke Shaw, Basella will have to come in. And you want him to have a bit of game time. So, personally, I would bring in Basella for Luke Shaw in at left back. In the midfield, I don't think we need a CDM in this game, a proper CDM. I just feel like, because they're not, as I said, they're not going to tackle us that much. And on the counter attack, they will be dangerous maybe. But I don't think that's Casemiro is good at breaking up the play. But I feel like this is a good opportunity maybe to give Casemiro a rest and bring in Fred. I think Fred is good at stopping the play as well. He's good at breaking up the play, and I'm not always his big fan of Fred. Never really been the biggest fan, but sometimes he does have the odd game where against Tottenham last week he was amazing. So I think he'll come into this game. Ahead of him, I'll go for Eriksen and Fernandes, and the reason I'll go for those two is I think especially in this game we need people that are going to unlock a defence. And I think these two are our best passers in our team. And I think in this game we need it, in this game especially. It would be nice to maybe give them a rest, or at least one of them a rest. We haven't really got much options. I don't think I want to bring in McTominay, but I don't want to play McTominay and Fred. Van der Beek's back in training, but I don't know if he's match fit to play. That play from the start anyway. So I'll go with Eriksen Fernandes. Hopefully get the game won early on, and then we could take them off for the weekend. So I think them two for me I would play. Up front, Ronaldo. I'm not going to talk too much about Ronaldo, what's happened this week. I will do a video maybe next week talking about what I think about Ronaldo and stuff. But I think he'll come to this game. What's happened last week has happened now. Let's try and forget all about this now and just focus on the football. It's still going to go on, I know that, especially in the transfer window where the questions are going to get asked and asked. But for right now, up until, till that happens, let's focus on the game. And, for me, he starts. It'd be nice to see him score a couple of goals to, show the manager that he's still committed to the team and wants to play a part up until wherever he leaves, because I think he will leave. Yeah, I think he will definitely leave at some point, whether that's in the next transfer window or next summer. But right now he's here, so yeah, it'll start for me up front. On the wings, I'll go with Anthony on the right. I think his last few games has been really good, and I think Rashford will play on the left. Sancho's not been in great form, and I think maybe needs a couple of games out. I think this is probably the team now I would have for a lot of the game. So my score prediction for this one is going to be a 3-0 to Manchester United. I'm going to go for Eriksen to score his first goal for the club, Marcus Rashford to score, and also Cristiano Ronaldo. Give us a like on Instagram and also YouTube, and let us know any improvements that I can make. Always happy to take anyone's advice, how I can make this channel better. But yeah, anyway, have a good day, guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.